Good morning, YouTube. Louie here with the best silver gold deals of Friday, October 31st, 2025, end of the month. And what is going on at the end of the month? We've got gold down $1 to 4,022, handily above the 4,000 mark. And silver up 20 cents to 49.04. Now, I don't know about you, but I was rather surprised at yesterday's rally. That seemed to come out of nowhere. Silver futures 48.57 against a spot price of 49.04. Uh-oh, look out, Will Robinson. We have got trouble. Anybody know where that reference comes from? Any of you old timers? Let's see, 48.57 futures. We got a 50-cent spread between futures and spot again. London must be screaming for more metals. Aha, gonna need some more. Okay, gold silver ratio 81.89, having been as high as, 85, and of course, usually 80 is kind of a low end for that. So here we are on a Friday at the end of the month. I'm not believing that these numbers are going to hold today. I think prices will be lower by the end of the day. I could be wrong again. Okay, the 10-year yield 4.097, spoiling everybody's plans for lower long-term rates, lower mortgages, lower car loans, although the dealers are giving away zero interest rate loans these days to sell the glut of cars that they've got. So, 4.1 is too high, and this is a result of Chairman Powell cutting a quarter point. And that would have been fine if he did that and said, wait for another quarter point in a month or two. But he said quarter point is all you're going to get, and we are still nervous about inflation. So, sticking it to the administration, as one might do after you've been humiliated over and over again. That is what's going on. I had a funny thought, and that was, maybe Powell ought to ask for a meeting with Trump over in the East Wing to review the construction spending on his little project. Just joking there. I'm not a fan of Powell, but wouldn't that be funny? Okay, somebody ought to do a cartoon about that. So here we are at 4.1. Now, I do not think these rates push much higher. I think that right now at the Treasury, there is an all-hands meeting, and somebody is saying, how can we bully this rate lower? And how they do it? Well, it's very easy. They buy long-term treasuries to bring the rates down, and they issue those on the short end as they buy long-term bonds to bring the rate down, and they issue more short-term. I think if you fast forward 2 or 3 years, you'll see virtually all debt on the short end coming out of our government. And that's how they'll do it. Okay, I said it first. They already are doing it, but very low quantities in what looks like a trial balloon to me. Anyway, so that's my thought. I think these rates go lower over time. Short and long rates, and Powell will be out in a few months anyway. The dollar is 99.63, gotta hit 100, doesn't it? Copper is right about flat at 5.15 and looking to regain a high about 5.3. Another high we have here, 5.28. So if this pushes over 5.30 in the futures market, I think we could be on a greater run on copper. Platinum to the US dollar platinum in dollars in the future market down $10. I want to spend a little more time on platinum today because it's in a buy zone here at 1,581. I'm kicking myself that I didn't buy those half-ounce platinum coins I showed you a couple days ago. So that is a futures price, and spot price is often lower. Actually, spot price on platinum is $15.97, and the futures price on platinum is $15.81. That's a normal market. Someone said it was in backwardation, but it does not appear to be. These would be December platinum futures at $15.81. Anyway, I wanted to dig in because a subscriber asked about the platinum to silver ratio, and that's an interesting chart. Platinum divided by the ounce of silver, and right now let's see, platinum to silver. So platinum divided by silver. So silver will buy you currently, I'm sorry, platinum will currently buy you 33 ounces of silver, and it has been as high recently as 47. Look at how much that platinum to silver ratio has dropped. And I think the better ratio here, if I'm making an argument to buy platinum, is the platinum to gold ratio. As I say often, platinum is kind of a de facto monetary metal because gold definitely influences platinum. Auto industry is important, and platinum is in short supply, but I think it is more the gold price that moves platinum. So here is the gold to platinum ratio. And the gold to platinum ratio says it hasn't been this cheap. 2.5 ounces of platinum will get you 1 ounce of gold. The last time it was that number was August. Okay, so here we are bouncing around here around 2.5. Now, I don't think it's going to go back to 2, but that's another argument for a little bit of platinum in your stack. Let's keep going here. Gold miners, GDX, 72.72, down 18 cents, and trying to sneak back up to a high of 84. Can it do it? Well, gold doesn't show any signs of cracking, so yeah, I think it can. Silver miners, the SIL basket of silver miners that I hold in my IRA. If you do hold paper, silver, gold, and miners, I recommend you do that in your Roth IRA. And the absolute best way to hold gold, silver miners, etc., if you're correct about the direction of the move, is in your Roth IRA. And then there's also a new company called Monetary Metals, which I'll talk about in a little bit, where you can also store gold and silver. Let's call it paper, and then get a return on your money. I'll tell you more about that in the near future. Silver miners are down 2 cents to 67.49, and they got a long way to go to get back up to 80. I'm fully allocated to SIL right now. Those are small positions because if I get hurt, I want to get hurt small, not big. Okay, and on to Friday. Anything up today? I don't know if anything's coming up. It would be PCE, consumer spending, employment cost, PMI. I don't know if we're going to get anything, and I don't know when this government shutdown is going to end. It's starting to rival the longest ever government shutdown. Seems to me they want to get through the elections and do as much damage to each other as possible. But in a day, I believe, we'll have babies, poor babies won't get their formula, people won't get their food stamps. Government workers will be going on, I think, to their second check. Loss of their second check. Air traffic controllers may go out. I don't know what happens. It's going to get very, very interesting. And this is another way to bring down long rates. The longer you keep the government shut, the more people you fire. If you're able to do that, if you're the administration, you're taking a hit on GDP. GDP comes down, long rates come down. That's kind of what seems to be happening here. I don't know. In the pre-markets, we are in the fear category on the Fear Greed Index of 36. Dow futures up 125, S&P up 62, NASDAQ up 388. So some better earnings by the MAG 5, 7, 10, whatever the mags are these days. I don't know. I don't care. But the earnings were good, and NASDAQ is rallying. Bitcoin is rallying as well, and I always pass it. Why is it that I don't see Bitcoin the first time I scroll down? That is so weird. There it is. Bitcoin up 1,999 to 110,214. Kind of languishing here. Okay, and let's just get on to the best deals we can find anywhere on the internet and other places also like eBay and Costco, etc. If you're buying today, and I would wait personally until the end of the day or the weekend. Yeah, let's see what's going on here. All right, what do we want to do? I don't know. Let's do the Eagles, 1/10 gold eagle. All the links have changed, and the prices have really flopped around quite a bit. 446 at bullion exchanges. Quarter ounce gold eagle is 1,095 at Monument Metals, brilliant uncirculated. A new listing for the .11 gold ducat, Austria ducat, 463, and that is a .11. Let's get the specs. .1107. So let's do the math on this one. 462 cash price only, divided by .1107, and your melt on that fractional foreign gold is 41.73, about $150 premium on a full ounce of gold melt basis. Let's do this little polar bear, quarter ounce polar bear. I like it because I can do the math. It's about a $4,200 melt on that quarter ounce polar bear over at Golden Eagle. I think we can do better. Let's do the $5 commemorative, and I believe that is a little better. 982. Now this is a .2419. I always forget the 9. Yeah, .2419 ounce of gold. So what's your melt on that? This is what you want to do if you're really going to be serious about stacking, your hard-earned money into gold and silver. Know what you're doing, okay? Know what you're paying. Divided by .2419. Your melt on that is 40.59, okay? U.S. sovereign gold, almost a quarter ounce, a melt of 4,059 against a spot price of 4,018. So that is in fact a $40 premium on the basis of melt. And I just got totally lost. Hold on one second. That is a $40 premium. Now that is a good buy. We can find it on eBay cheaper, I believe, after your credit card discounts, but really consider these $5 commemoratives. Your buy-sell spread will be very favorable. And that doesn't mean you sell it to Monument Metals. That means you buy it from Monument Metals because they're cheap there today on this particular coin. And you sell it to somebody who's paying no less than 2% back of spot. And that gives you a pretty good buy-sell spread for a fractional U.S. sovereign gold coin. Okay, I spent long enough on that. Half-ounce gold eagle is 2146 at Monument Metals. Let's move on to the 1/2 ounce random gold. Melt on this would be 4,150. Okay, so the $5 commemoratives are both cheaper, smaller. Smaller is better, okay, because it's more fungible and it is more tradable, etc. And it's U.S. sovereign as opposed to you'll probably get kangaroo, something like that. So so that would beat this deal. Although 2,073 is not a bad deal for a half-ounce sovereign gold coin. A 1-ounce gold eagle today is at Safe Haven Metals, and that is going to be 4,164. Somebody said, I think the Eagles or Buffaloes were popping up on Costco recently. Now, if you want to buy a Buffalo here, the best price on the internet, Bullion Express, among the bigger dealers, the ones I trust. And I don't really know that much about Bullion Express, but I haven't heard anything bad. 4,250 for a gold Buffalo over there. That's a brilliant uncirculated gold Buffalo. Let's see, and there was... no, something else I wanted to show you. Maybe it's a little further down. New player on the Krugerrand, Safe Haven Metals, 4,069. What's that, about a $40 premium on that? That's not a bad coin. The 100 Corona today, 0.98 ounce of gold, 4,065. 0.98? Yeah, no, that's pricey. No, don't buy that. Might be cheaper on eBay. Here's a 20 franc for foreign gold. This is a 0.1867, I believe. So let's do the math on this. And I think you can buy gold here, 468, but I'd wait till the end of the day. Divided by 0.1867. And that is going to be a melt of 4,113. See, that $5 U.S. commemorative is the better buy by a long shot. It's just Americans don't I'm just really generalizing here. I don't think they understand a $5 commemorative. They don't know, is it a half eagle? Is it a, is it a a half eagle Liberty, $5 Liberty? Is it a 1/10 ounce gold eagle? Is it some other weird thing? They just don't understand the gold content in $5 commemoratives. But if you do, you know what to buy. Here's this little 5 peso. This is a full quarter ounce of gold. Your melt on this would be 4,088. So not a bad choice, but still the commemorative is better. I do want to get one of these, but I guess I'd have to buy 2 to avoid sales tax. Let's see, let's go on to, now this is the one I'm kicking myself why I didn't buy this. Somebody must have sold bullion.com a whole bunch of half-ounce platinum coins, and they were so cheap. I'm going to continue to leave this here on the hopes that they restock that and I'm able to buy it. Here's a random platinum coin. Best price is over at Golden Eagle for a 1-ounce platinum maple, 1772. But the buy-sell spread on physical platinum is so high. You may want to consider a platinum eagle. That was a platinum maple, if I didn't say that. A platinum eagle is 1909. Now, I wouldn't pay that, but if you can get a good price on a platinum eagle, there's a little bit of a floor on those because they are discontinued in BU form. And if we can get the 25-gram pack, it is 1617 at Money Metals. That's pretty good. Now, it's not 1250 like we paid a while ago, but what the heck. Divided by 25, so per gram, you're getting these for $64. Dealers are selling them for $80. So there's built-in equity here, but you'd have to be able to capitalize on the retail value. If you take that into a dealer, he won't pay you that. He will pay you probably spot or maybe a little over spot. So you have to know how to sell retail to really unlock the value of that platinum. I think platinum's going to go higher. A 1-ounce silver eagle is at Monument Metals for 55.06. That is a brand spanking new 2026. And you can buy that if you want, but they've been a couple bucks cheaper on eBay. Culls are about 52. Let's move on to a silver maple, and these are probably older maples. If you did buy this listing, let me know what you got. 52.27, any quantity pricing at BGASC. They will most certainly be something other than brilliant uncirculated. And here's another deal for you as they are raising the price on BU. Sovereign silver coins. I thought I'd bring you this one. It's a pretty good price on a kangaroo. These are not in mint condition according to Kitco. Kitco specializing in messed up silver generally, in my opinion. That's why they rarely come up on my feed. But if you want some messed up silver, here you can get a kangaroo, and this is nice, 50.84. I don't know how many they have, but it's 4 nines, okay? So you can melt the hell out of this stuff and sell the 4-9 shot at a very nice premium on eBay if you trade there. So yeah, you could pick those up, and I bet you they'll be pretty ugly. But very cheap sovereign silver right there. Okay, and everything else is going to be like in the 53s for BU coins. Let's go on to Costco, and I could not find any gold coins this morning. All they had was the gold bars, and there they are. And a gold bar is $4,159. Utilize your executive club membership and a 2% rebate credit card. You'll be out the door for under spot. Good way to buy gold and silver. All right, junk is going to be about $1 under. I think we'll find it cheaper on eBay. Let's just skip it. Here is for you guys that just want rounds, and I don't think you just have to stack rounds. Actually, the buyback premiums on rounds can be lower sometimes than the buyback premiums on other bars. Let's say a good old Engelhard or a Johnson Matthey bar, or even sometimes a 1-ounce bar will bring more than a 1-ounce round. And these are generic. They probably won't be buffaloes. People do want buffaloes. People pay up for buffaloes, but I don't think you have to. Anyway, $9.86. You can get 1 tube here, and you can buy that right now, except they say the silver price is $49.30, and the spot price is 48.97, and the futures price is 48.61. So what the hell are they thinking? Where do they get their numbers from? They make it up. Okay, when futures are higher than spot, they say it's based on the futures price. When spot is higher than futures, they say it's an internal algorithm. It is generated to screw you. All right, and all the dealers that do this should be admonished. There are a few that do not. However, if they were relying on London Kitco Spot recently, the dealers that have been very open about their pricing and very transparent, then they've been charging too much that way. So you just have to keep your wits about you. What are the futures price, the December futures? What is the current London Kitco spot price? Pick the lesser of the two, and that is the premium you're paying. In this case, you're paying 50 cents or something, but it's a good deal. And these are they new? Secondary markets, so they'll be beat up rounds to boot, but it's a very good price at bullion exchanges, and we should thank them for listing that. It's hard to find silver rounds in near spot. Let's keep going. And over at Golden State Mint, they are just really charging too much. 51.71. I gotta dump them. We gotta find a cheaper dealer here. Let's do a random 10-ounce silver. Now, don't forget about those Engelhard bars and down in the picks of the day. That's what I'd be buying here if I was paying $500 for a 10-ounce bar. That's not a bad price. Let's do a kilo. A kilo is, out of stock. Forgot to check it. Let's do a Hyundai. Hyundai is 5,022. So solid dollar premium on 100-ounce bars. You don't need to pay that much. Here's an Engelhard bar. This is 5,090. You don't need to pay that much either. We'll find a better deal on eBay. And we'll skip the U.S. Mint today. Okay, now we're on eBay. I want you to use your 3% rebate credit card. The PayPal credit card is a good choice. The American Express Everyday Cash is a good choice when you check out through PayPal. And get yourself a pocket pinger if you need one. And a tube of Silver Eagles. What do we got? Eagle me up. Come on. Where are the Eagles? Eagles off quality are going to be 53.75, about 52.25. No sale. Here is BGASC, Random Tube, Mystery Eagles. Here is Bullion.com. Okay, these are 55. They're going to be about 53.50 out the door after a 3% rebate. If you go to the best price on the dealer websites, anywhere I can find, anybody I trust anyway, 53.50 versus the best price at the dealers, 55.10. You're going to save $1.60. They will not be 2026s though, so keep that in mind. But that's a good seller, a nice tube of Eagles at a great price. Buy as many as you want there and save that money. In a large lot, Bullion.com ought to be even cheaper. Let's see. Here's BU. Who are you? Big seller, Jeff is back. Okay, he's only got one. These will be about 52.50 out the door for this large lot. That's about the same price. He's only got one, and they are going to be backdate. He's going to say they've been tested. Okay, fine. Looks okay to me. All right, and Bullion.com, 54.31. You'll be out the door at 53 at 52.8. Oh, that's a pretty good deal right there, too. I would trust Bullion.com more. He's got all you want. They've got all you want. You get $10 off if you buy multiples. And look, you're doing Eagles here. I'll do the math for you if you don't believe me. 54.36. 36 times 0.97. You got to use that unlimited PayPal card because you can restore that credit and then just keep using it. 52.72 for a Silver Eagle. I liked them better in the 52s. I liked them way better in the $50 range. But I missed that dip. So there you go. You can buy that all day long. I'm saying put those away. When silver is 60, these things will be 70. And you'll be in at 52. How's that for a move? Bust a move, guys. We've got maples, tuba maples, 13.35, and I guess we ought to check the seller, huh? Big seller, good feedback, free shipping, and they look like decent maples. They are, 2016. I don't remember if 2016 had Shield Guard. But he's showing you good pictures. I think you could return them if they were messed up. So that price, $13.35, is going to be, ooh, we're moving up the chart here, about $51.80 for Maples. So that's not a bad price. But I would get the Eagles for, a dollar more. I'd get the Eagles, guys. Britannias are going to be 13.25. Kangaroos are going to be 13.24. And Krugerrands are going to be 13.25. Philharmonics, so comparing to 52, these would be 53 minus $1.50, about 51.50 on the Phils. You could buy that if they truly are brilliant uncirculated. Let's find some junk. Okay, and the dealers on YouTube are throwing up some very big deals. But keep in mind, you may be buying slicks. There are two markets for junk. There is the slick market, which is based on weight, and they may only pay you 3% back. I'm sorry, $3 back or $4 back for slicks on weight, not on face. You can plan to lose 5 to 8% of the silver content in a really slick bag, and they're silver sold on face value. Silver sold on face value. What some of these guys are doing is they're getting their slicks and they're seeding the face value bag with slicks. That's what Liberty did to me with my Mercuries. So recognize you got to be very careful when you buy on face value, that you want to base that on average circulated, not a blend of low quality and high quality, average circulated or full dates. All right, and if you don't get that, then you should complain. And here we go. Commonwealth Treasure Hunter is a mid-size seller, 100% feedback, free shipping. And he has got some quarters here. He says they're damaged or worn. I don't know. They look better than that to me, but we'll find somebody else here. Let's see. We did this one before. I didn't like that listing all that much. Here are some quarters, and they have dates. How big are their dates? So that I would say that would be average. Okay, that is 35 times face. Out the door is going to be $1.20, $1.30 off. You'd be at about 33.8 times face. Let's just do the math. That'll beat the dealer, 33.8. Keep in mind, silver's pretty high right now. Divided by 0.715, and some of these prices come down on eBay when spot drops. That's 47.27 against a London spot of 49, so $1.80 back. Now you may find a better deal at the coin shop, but just watch out for those slicks, guys. It is a treacherous market when it comes to junk. A large lot of junk can be picked up for 40 times face. No, you don't want the promoted listings. Always skip those. Those are worn, so this is what they do, and this is what I think is not helpful. They say $100 face bag, and then they say impaired dates or something like that. So they're selling it to you like it's a $100 face bag, but it's really selling on weight, and that weight will be, 97% of what it should be, 95% in a worst case scenario, maybe even 90%. So don't buy based on the dollars when they're showing you slicks. Here's another one from Liberty, but I'm going to skip Liberty. Let's go on to, who are you? This is mid-size seller, 100% feedback. He just got a big, ugly bag of something there. What in the world are you selling? Bag of liver? 400 face value silver quarters circulated, may have rust. Are you out of your mind? What in the world are you doing here, Jan Power Horn? You have to be out of your mind to buy that. What in the world was that? Boy, that's disturbing. Here's some Mercs from Liberty. Okay, I told you what you're going to get if you buy that. I'm going to skip Liberty. Let's see, Silver Mercs from Bullion.com, and they say they're average circulated. I'm going to trust them because I've always had a good shake from them. 35.8, you'd be out the door at about 34 4.6, and that will be right around a little under spot, I think, for Mercs. But keep in mind, if you're buying Mercs, you're hoping for numismatic value, and you're hoping for prices to rise further, and then for junk to go in high demand and short supply. Then the Merc premium will explode, and that's a lot of wishful thinking on my part. That's why I'm throwing my bag of Mercs into the deep stack hiding place and forgetting about them. Okay, I'm going too slow today, guys. Here's a kilo 1652 out the door around 1600. That beats the dealer. Here's a vintage poured bar, 450 for a 3-ounce poured bar. I'll talk about vintage bars maybe tomorrow. I've got a lot to say about them. Let's see. Let's go on to a kilo kook. How about a kilo keek? 1703. You take $50 off. 1650 for a kilo kook. 1650. They just can't sell these guys. Divided by 32.15 ounces, troy ounces in a troy kilo. 51.32. Now you're paying up $2 for a kilo keek. But there was a day where those were easy to sell. This ain't that day. Feels like I passed something up here. 1 ounce rounds. Can we beat spot? Morgan rounds, 51.41, about $50. Not bad, not great. How about a small lot? That's going to be 51? I don't know, my head hurts. 51, those would be about 49.50. Oh, cheaper. About $49.50 out the door for any condition silver rounds. You may want to get those kangaroos if you're going to melt them, though. Not terrible, but we can do better, I think. Let's do the 100-ounce bar. Did I already do that? Let's see. And a Hyundai is going for 50.51. That'd be 49 out the door. That'd be spot. Okay, right there from bullion.com. If you want something better, here is a Hallmark Varies. No, we don't want that. Hallmark Varies. What's this? Johnson Matthey. Now, there you're talking there. Looks like an older Johnson Matthey bar. But dealers will pay sometimes a little bit more for Johnson Matthey. You'll be out the door at around 50 on that. Nice to stack Johnson Matthey Engelhard bars. Very nice. Let's see. Let's keep going here. And let's do cheapest platinum coin. We want 1 ounce, so let's just get up to the 1 ounce. There's a bar, there's a random, there's a platinum koala, platinum bar for 1706. So do you go with the bar or the koala? The bar would be about 1650 out the door against a London spot price of 1590. Got a $60 premium there on the buy side on the platinum bar, and about $10 more for the platinum koala. And if you want a platinum eagle, oh my God, that's going to be so much more. Oh, there's a noble. People have been stacking nobles forever. 1784 on that. Let's keep going, and we'll get on to the gold. And while I'm thinking about it, I don't know if you heard the unconfirmed report, but the London, the LBMA apparently secured a 3-month lease from China for silver. That's how they got flush. So then you could see this whole can get kicked down the road a couple months when they have to repay that silver. I think I saw that maybe on Vince Lance's show or somewhere, and that's unconfirmed, but could be that London got bailed out by China. Go figure. And I think that scenario is going to continue to return, except silver probably will be more expensive every time it does, because Comex doesn't have all that much. But there have been also outflows from the silver ETF, so now they're able to short it, most likely. So a little bit more manipulation, a lot of volatility here. Just buy the dips. Anyway, let's go on to gold. 1 gram gold this morning as cheap as 150, 148, 143, 145. Looks like it's going to be a Bangkok assay office. Oh, everybody's going to look at you sideways. Here's a gram bar from God knows who. Another wild gram bar. I think you'd have to pay up for the oh bloody hell! I always forget who that is. Credit Suisse. That is the Valcambi bar. That's been busted out of a multi-pack. 148. About 143 out the door with a melt of maybe 130, something like that. Let's go on to a 1/10 gold eagle, and I think you guys have slowed down buying. Here's 1/10 Krugerrand. That's interesting at 449. Some people collect those. Here's a 1/10 gold eagle, original capsule. It is a big seller, good feedback, $8 shipping. 458, no, 463, and then $13 off would put you about 450 on a 1/10 gold proof eagle. 450 against dealer price of, if you're buying small U.S. gold, oh, look at that, we lost. All right, boo. Boo, we lost. Come on, eBay. 1/10 gold eagle, not working out. 1/4 ounce gold eagle. Let's pay up a little bit, see if we save more. 1089, 1089. No, not that one. This one, 1/4 ounce gold eagle. Here's another proof. 1089. And mid-size seller, 100% feedback, $10 shipping, puts you at 1100. I can do the math. 1100 minus $33 puts you at 1067 on a proof 1/4 ounce gold eagle. 1067 compared to the dealer price. This is how you use the website. 1067 compared to 1097. You're going to save $30 on every 1/4 ounce gold eagle and get a proof to boot. A boot to proof. Okay, smoking. We'll do the 1/2 ounce gold eagle. I'll let you do the comparisons going forward. 2157 minus 3%. A 1 ounce gold eagle is where are you? 42.99, and that would be minus $130. You'd be at about 41.60. Nah, let's go on to a Buffy. A Buffy is going to be 44.08 minus $140, be 42.90. Nah. Let's go on to a $5. Oh, the 1.85 proof gold set. That's another way to stack big gold. You can get in this auction here. It goes off in 1 day. You may be able to score that maybe under $7,500. Be sure you put your best credit card, in the defaults. You want to put PayPal in the defaults, okay, and then default PayPal within the PayPal app to your 3% rebate credit cards, because they'll check you out. You won't even know what happened. So get in that auction for that 1.85 proof gold set. If you want to buy it outright, $77.75 will get you out the door at $75.70. $75.70 or so out the door after 3%, compared to a good dealer price here of $76.30. You're only going to save $60, but hey, it's $60, and I think that's a nice stack and set right there. I like that set a lot. Okay, let's do the $5 commemorative. Are they $500 still? Ooh, $475? No. They are 4,000 melt, and then 3% off. You'd be at 120 off 4. You'd be at 98.70 melt. I'm sorry, 48.70 melt. Not bad, under spot. So this is even better than the dealer right there. If you pick that up, let me know what you got. That's a good choice today. and the 20 franc is going for 450, not a euro, not a real, not a euro, not a euro. Why are euros popping up in the franc category? 794 on that one. You would take $24 off. You'd be at 770 on a Helvetia. 770 if you roll that way, compared to the dealer price of 770 versus the dealer price of, oh, it's a push, 768 for the Angel. Pick the one you like better. No, better yet, pick the Angel and save your credit card rebates. It's not everybody has unlimited credit there. There's 50 peso. I'll let you click that. And the 25-gram Platinum Pack. How cheap can we get one of these? 1688 out the door would be about 1633. Not too bad. So you buy this at 1633. You turn right around and list them. So what is that? 65 bucks, whatever, 60 bucks a gram. You turn right around and list it here. You got an immediate 15% profit, and then your fees will be 10%. You'll break even. But if you have a store, which is not all that expensive, you can drop those selling rates down to 8 or 9%. I don't know, maybe it's not worth it to you guys. But there are a lot of advantages to a store, a lot of advantages on the Schedule C, etc. Okay, there's my eBay store, there's the bars I pour, new bar coming up tomorrow. Yes, I will trade for those bars, okay, if you guys want to do that. Let's see, and what's going on? Here is how you melt those 4.9s kangaroos in the Devil Forge, or you can get one of those electric furnaces. They're only about 200 bucks. Melt that stuff, make that 4.9 shot, sell that. Matter of fact, I'd love to have some 4.9 shot. You can trade me for it. Okay, let's see. Amex card, 3% cash back when you click that link. I don't know if it works or not. Yep, still works. That helps the channel when you click my links, especially on eBay. Thank you very much for doing that. Here's the PayPal card, and there you go. That does not help my channel at all, but it helps you quite a bit when you get that 3% cash back. The Quicksilver card is the bomb for the kicker deals. And the Saver card is the bomb at the grocery store. Let's see if that link works. And that one is thinking. And yeah, there is the Capital One Saver card. You got to pick that up. I just cashed in $500 of savings on my Capital One Saver card. And you know what? It works at the grocery store. It also worked at a restaurant. So go figure. What a great card. Let's keep going here to the commendations and salutations. Oh, and the picks of the day. Don't want to forget those Engelhard bars. Let's see. That listing, oh, it's 53 bucks. Oh, man, it was 50 the other day. No, that's not the right one. That's not the right one. There's a better one here. This one here, 522 for a 10 ounce. It was 500 the other day. You probably won't get the loaf bar, but well, a little pricier. Might come down by the end of the day, I think. Anyway, thank you for watching. Thank you for the cups of coffee. Thank you for the super thanks. Thank you for being a channel member. Thank you for your thumbs up and subscribing and sharing the video. For friends of yours that want to be stackers but they don't know how to do it, send them this video. Ask them to dedicate at least a half an hour to their education on how to buy and sell precious metals, and it could save them thousands and thousands of dollars. So I do appreciate you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.